wants to listen to it later. Okay. So what we're going to do, let me repeat myself so that the recording people hear me. We're going to do a little bit of a power hour tonight. We're also going to chit chat a little bit about our Black Friday sale next week. And I wanted to kind of give you guys an overview of kind of the rest of the year and what we're looking at. We have, obviously, Thanksgiving is next Thursday, so there will be no team call next Wednesday. I know a lot of you guys will be out of town or preparing for Thanksgiving. And then we will be hosting a Black Friday flash sale on Facebook on Friday, next Friday. So I'm looking to create that group before the end of this week so that we can be adding potential customers to that group all starting like this Friday through next Friday, right? My plan is to treat that Black Friday flash sale. We have a Black Friday flash sale script that we used last year. Obviously, I think it's got like Lift 4. It's got like some different, some, I'll call them older programs. So I'll probably refresh a little bit of that content. What is your preference, before I tell you anything else, what is your guys' preference on what we showcase on the Black Friday sale? Do you want it to be challenge pack specific? Would you prefer that it be, Beachbody on demand, maybe some Shakeology boosts? Like what, do you want me to focus more on challenge packs and newer programs like Morning Meltdown, 6 weeks of the work? Or would you rather it be individual products featured? I'll throw that out there.
I personally lean towards challenge packs, I think.
Because of the sale this month? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same.
Same here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, this month is just crazy to me, like the price of the challenge pack. So do you guys want to do, we have, in my opinion, we have a couple different options. We can do just the Beachbody promotion where, we're just having an event featuring the fact that the challenge packs are $20 off and just keep it like that. Or we can do that plus like a $10 Amazon or Target gift card on top of it. My thought is to lean toward the second thing, only because it'll be kind of end of the month. And I know a lot of you guys are pushing. So is that okay with you guys if we move forward with, we'll feature the fact that it's $20 off already, and then we'll offer a $10 Amazon or Target gift card from the coach. Does that sound good? And then
I think we need some sort of gift incentive for the holidays and Black Friday and end of month.
Okay. I agree.
Cool. I had posted somewhere, but don't ask me where because I don't know. I have a toddler in a boot and I can't remember. But I posted somewhere, maybe in the team page, a podcast that I listened to this week. It was very timely. The Bob Heilig, Your Virtual Upline podcast. He actually, the topic for this week or whatever was on how to host a pop-up Facebook group for a Black Friday sale and what you should be doing to get people into that. So if you have not listened to that yet, I will put that on you as a to-do. Listen to it on your way to work or on your way home or something. But he has a lot of really great tips in that podcast. So just thought I'd share that again here, just in case you haven't listened to it yet. So when it comes to the month of December, then my goal was I know that I had a few coaches who had mentioned interest, especially at the fire pit party. I'd had a few people mention interest in hearing more about, for lack of better terms, like hormone health, sort of my journey with hormone health, what I've been leading my challengers through. I've had 2 different groups of women go through a total of 60 days of a hormone health group, right? It was a challenge group that I hosted, but the dominant focus was on hormone health and how to get properly tested and what to look for and all that kind of stuff. So it's funny because I ran that group once, had success with it, ran it again, and then a lot of our coaches on our team were like, I want to join it. And so I thought, well, that's totally fine with me, by the way. If you guys want to hop in there, I'm happy to add you. The group is over. But it's all turned into units. So everything, you can access everything there if you'd like. But I thought it might be interesting to just sort of more of has nothing to do with business, but more of just like me helping you based on my own experience with female hormone health, to just kind of share that information with you guys in case that's something that is appealing to you. So I thought I would do that on December 4th, which will be the week after Thanksgiving. So we'll do that webinar. And then what are your guys' thoughts on, like, does anybody on this call have a plan for December? Like, you have a challenge group, you've already come up with a theme, you know what you're doing for the month of December. Does anybody have that plan yet?
Just the basic Mary Fitness challenge group.
Okay.
Nothing like overly themed or specific.
So nothing to do with like a specific program or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
My default's usually 21 Day Fix, but that's not what I'm gonna do. So I haven't said that yet.
Okay.
Mine is lift 4. I'm focusing on lift 4.
Perfect. Okay. Cool. And you have a group starting in December, or it's just going to carry through to December, or what is your?
My scheduling is to start it in December.
Okay.
After Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. So is there anything that you guys foresee Body Electric needing to do or could do in the month of December, like sort of like the Black Friday flash sale coming together to lead that together? Is there anything that you guys would like to do? Would you like to do like an end of year opportunity call to talk about the coach opportunity? Like, is there anything that you guys would prefer that we kind of plan for December? Because if so, I can incorporate that into our calendar, because I know a lot of you guys don't want to do that kind of event and a team call in the same week. You know what I'm saying? So just for my own planning purposes, you can share here or you can send me a message, but I just thought I would open it up and let you guys know that I'm happy to co-lead something, whether it's some sort of themed challenge group we do as a team, or 21 day something, or free group, or I don't know, anything you guys have in mind we can do together too. I feel like December is sort of an awkward time of year because it's like you're between the holidays. People who are motivated 12 months of the year anyway.
Jennifer mentioned doing like a clean week group because we've had so many price objections this time of year. So I don't know her plan for if she talked about maybe doing that right after Thanksgiving. So I'm not sure if she still is or not, but just doing a clean week group for a week, obviously. But trying to get some people in then to at least the quarterly BOD membership afterwards, or the Shakeology sampler that goes with it, just to get some products in people's hands.
Gotcha.
So I don't know all of her details with that, or if she's still planning on it, but we had talked about maybe doing that together.
Okay. Well,
if other people are interested in doing like a week-long something in the virtual gym or something like that, I wouldn't be opposed, but I don't have a plan for my life at this stage, so I also don't have a plan for December. It's kind of where I am.
Yeah.
But I started going back to acupuncture weekly, so I'm happy again.
Well, I have do you guys know who Brooke Leipoff is? She seems to be a very brilliant-minded business person or coach. She is the one that created that video that a lot of people use, that's like what coaching is or whatever, that she created on her own. She's recently posted in the roundtable some graphics that she created and I'll have to look at it to see what the theme is, but it's kind of like a clean up your coffee group. I think it is a clean up your coffee. I think that is kind of her theme, but she's showcasing peppermint mocha. It's a 7-day group, I believe. And when people purchase 7 packets of peppermint mocha, she, when she has 2 people that say yes and they purchase, she orders a box of peppermint mocha, right? 14 packets. So she is opting to throw in, I think it's 2, maybe 3. If they opt into the 7-day challenge, she's throwing in 2 to 3 cafe latte packets as well, which I feel like is very smart because obviously peppermint mocha is seasonal. So if they drink the peppermint mocha and they like it, but then they drink the cafe latte and they like it, they're probably more likely to, order that on an auto ship or something. So if that's something, I'll share those graphics that she created with you guys, and you can let me know if you want to do that as a team, we can host something like that in December. We could maybe put some sort of Christmassy, you know, spin on it or something. That's another idea. I feel like for me personally, I feel like December is sort of okay, I still want to help people start with something, right? I don't want to have the month just coast by and not have any progress as far as getting new people on board. However, for me, it's kind of like I want to fill my funnel for January. Like I really want to sort of plant those seeds. So something like that, whether it's Clean Week or Peppermint Mocha Week or whatever we want to do, I think we need to do something like that to sort of fill our funnel. Okay, so that's sort of my brainstorming out of the way. So what I wanted to do was really just focus on this flash sale for next week and making sure that you guys know sort of just some things that you can do to really be reaching out to people and getting people into the group. The first thing I wanted to say is this is something that we've done on a recent power hour. And I happened to see where someone had posted it today in our upline team page. And I was like, oh, you know what? We haven't done that in a hot second. So let's do that again. So I'm going to pull it up because she's got the specific steps laid out, which will help me navigate. So if you don't already, pull up your Coach Online Office and have it up on your screen, logged in. So this is something that, you know, for me personally, and if this doesn't apply to you, feel free to do something different here. But I know I have a lot of people jump on board with something in like January, February. Like those tend to be probably the hottest months. So as a coach who's been in this for a little while, right? I have people who came on board a couple years ago with 80-day obsession. And then last January, their BOD auto-renewed again for a year. And then, of course, now they're coming up again on another renewal. So what I'm hoping to do here is walk you guys through a report that you can run in your coach office to help you look at your current subscription orders and then to help you kind of sort it to see who you might be able to reach out to who has an upcoming BOD subscription renewal, because those would be great people to be reaching out to this month about a challenge pack, especially since the challenge packs are on the promo, the $20 off promo. And because they ordered something last January, it would also still qualify you for 2 Success Club points if they went with a challenge pack. So once you have your coach office open, you're gonna go to, let's see here. Of course, I have mine open, but it's not on my screen. So hang on one second. For some reason, I can't clear my throat today. It's driving me insane. For those of you who know how to do this, feel free to go ahead and start. But what we're going to do is we're going to pull up a list of all of our current BOD members. So our current customers that are on Beachbody On Demand. Come on, internet. It will give you their renewal date. It's not letting me sign in, so it's convenient. Let me just tell you guys that it is such a huge pain to have multiple, like I have 2 business centers and Chris's. And it's such a pain to log in because if I go into one and I check something, I have to like sign out and sign back in and do this double sign on to get back to get into the other one. It's really fun. Yep, here it is, double sign on. Okay, perfect. So, subscription order. So you're going to click on Monitor My Business. And then right there on that sort of upper left, it says Subscription Orders. And you can filter this by pretty much any of these. You see the colored tabs that say like Shakeology, Performance Line, Beachbody On Demand. For now, let's just look at your Beachbody On Demand active subscriptions. And if you want to, you can export this into like an Excel file and you can sort it by date. Sometimes I just like to just kind of cruise through here and look at the date to see when people are coming up for renewal. But for anybody who's coming up for renewal in this month, like November, December, January, February, those people kind of need to go onto your hot list for contacting. Okay. If you're new to this business and you're like, I'm looking at 3 people right now, then right now is a great chance for you to say, okay, who are the people that I've been talking to about joining my group, and who could I reach out to right now to sort of talk about specifically the promotion that's going on and why it's a good time to join, why I thought of them, etc. So regardless, I know we have different goals depending on who you are on this call and where you're at in your business. So if you're somebody who's like, okay, I'm looking through all of my customers right now, I need to sort of sort this and see who I need to reach out to about renewal and who can potentially purchase a challenge pack this month, go ahead and start. If you're somebody who is like, I don't have a lot of customers, what do I do? My encouragement to you would be one of 2 things. Craft an invitation post for your Facebook. And also go back through the people that you have talked to in the past who've been interested, but maybe who didn't say yes. Those become your hot list, because this is the month to get them on board, right? Did you guys know that people spend the most? I heard this on a podcast the other day, that the biggest spending months of the year are November and December, and it's not even totally because of the holidays. It's not always like, and I found this interesting. It's actually, people will actually spend more money on themselves during November and December than they do on other people. I mean, that's true for me. Like, I know for me, I'm like Christmas shopping. I get something for my mom, and then I'll like add something to the cart for me too. Like, I'm like, well, I'm already getting something from this place. And I got free shipping, right? So these are, regardless of what we can tell ourselves in our mind about like, oh, nobody wants to spend money right now with the holidays coming. It's actually not true. Lots of people are ready to spend money. It's a matter of, helping them realize this is a priority and this is a great opportunity. So let's make our hot list. I'm going to give you just a few minutes here to do that and to start reaching out if you have the time to reach out to these hot list people. I'm going to throw this in here as well. I have a lot of names in my list that I don't recognize, meaning that they are a lead, most likely. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to create a specific email list in my MailChimp that probably just says like November promo email list or something. And I'm going to email these people from my MailChimp about their Beachbody on Demand coming up for renewal. And, I'll feature a challenge pack in the email blast that they can upgrade with, as opposed to spending $99 on a renewal. They can spend $140 on a challenge pack. So I'm going to send that promotion email as well. So just throwing that out there for those of you who have some leads in your list as well. you guys are free to work on that for a little longer, or if you're ready to make an invitation post for your social, you can go ahead and shift into that. I'll give you guys about 7 or 8 minutes for that.
Jenny, is there a graphic anywhere or an old graphic that we could use? Do you know?
For like specifically for
Or
like
a
Black
Black Friday sale?
Yeah, I just actually found one. I'll post it in the team page here in a second, but it's just a, you know, like black and gold graphic that just says Black Friday sale. If my recommendation would be to post like whether it's a picture of yourself or to do something like that tonight to invite specifically to like your challenge group. You can say something about the Black Friday sale in your post, but I would save that graphic for more of like an attention. It's a black picture with like bold lettering. I would maybe throw that up there next week when people are super busy with the holiday and try to grab attention, sort of like more like last minute. Does that make sense? Like that graphic would be your last call. This would be sort of like an invitation post, and then I would make another invitation post here in a couple days, and then that way next week it's kind of like reminder, Black Friday. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I will make sure to post this graphic as soon as I can on the team page.
Cool.
All right, are you guys ready to move on? You still working? Okay. Feel free to keep working if you need to, if you're still kind of in the grind there with those things. But we'll go ahead and move into our last couple of items, which is number 1, to recognize someone, whether it's a challenger or it could be a coach or just a mentor in your life. Reach out to them today or tonight, whether it's through making a post about them or posting on their page or through a private message. And then the last item will be to pull up your Facebook Messenger and revisit the conversations that you've been having. For the last, I usually go back 2 months. So I'll go through all of my conversations from November and October and revisit the conversations, even if it's just people that I'm forming with and I'm just kind of building trust in the relationship, or people who are kind of on the fence, regardless of whether or not I've brought up a challenge group or coach opportunity. Those, I'd like to revisit those conversations often to keep the conversations going. So let's go ahead and do those 2 things and then we'll wrap it up. Awesome. Okay. So we'll use the last 5 minutes here to do what we usually like to put off for last anyway, which is our new conversations and our new connections. So maybe that for you means going to Facebook to the Friends You May Know tool and adding at least 10 people to your network. Usually if I have at least 30 friends in common with somebody, I'll try to friend them on Facebook. Usually most people accept. I'm not going to take it personally if they don't. So maybe it's doing that, or maybe it's reaching out to even just 2 or 3 of those people that you've recently added and starting a conversation through Messenger. So I'm going to give you the last 5 minutes here to start those conversations and form those connections, and then we'll be good to go. All right, friends. Well, thank you for letting me sort of navigate that on sort of a random basis. That's kind of how I like to work my power hour. I like to do the things that I'm most comfortable with first, like pulling a report of the people who've already purchased from me. And I like to end my power hour with those new connections. I feel more confident at that point after I've made my Facebook post and after I've had a couple conversations with people and after I've made a recognition post. So I kind of like to work backwards. I know a lot of other people like to do it sort of the opposite way. Whatever way works for you is totally cool. But thanks for letting me touch base with you tonight and kind of get a pulse on where you're at for the end of the year, what we should be doing as a team. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a December calendar. That way you guys have a calendar overview of what our calls will look like or what our events are going to look like. I'm actually hoping to do more. I'd like to do that December 4th hormone chat. And then I think what we'll do is we'll do some sort of like coach opportunity, like end of year coach opportunity call, whether it'll be the 11th or the 18th, I'm not sure. And then we'll look to do some form of like 1 week challenge group, whether it's clean week or the peppermint mocha idea as a team, but that will be it. I don't think we need to overkill it with calls in December. I think we'll just focus on leading those types of powerful events and inviting people to those things and then head into January strong. So that's my idea. So I will put that all onto paper on a December calendar and get that to you guys this week. I will also create the flash sale group this week and I'll post the link for that on the team page. Do you guys have any questions for me? Aaron, how are shirts coming? Good.
Well, I have them.
I see them. That's why I asked. You've been on all the time. I just noticed.
Yeah, that's all but 5. I've got to order 5 more. I've got everything cut out, and so I just have to press them on.
Awesome.
Yeah, I kind of got roped into, it's a mom's retreat this weekend, and they wanted to do a craft. And so I thought I was going to lead to something super simple. And they're like, oh, you know how to make wood signs, don't you? I'm like, yeah. So I have spent my whole week purchasing stuff and cutting wood to make 23 wood signs for this weekend on top of this and everything else.
Nice.
But I really had a goal of trying to get these out before Thanksgiving. And so I really want to stick to that.
Well, I'm excited to get mine for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other question, I'll send you a direct message, but I have a specific question for you about whether or not you can print something for me, something else. So I'll send you when seeing you made me remember I was going to do that. So
yeah.
Okay, Julie, did you have a question or something?
I did. You talked about the peppermint mocha group. Is it look like they're going to have a bigger inventory than to sustain through December, or what?
Well, right now, I mean, people keep asking in the coach relations page that I'm in, and they keep updating kind of a percentage of where they're at. The last I heard, it was like 85 to 90% sold out, but I feel like sales are relatively slow. Like it was 75% last week. So I feel like if we come up with like this week, what we're going to do for a 7-day group, then we would really try to, get those peppermint mocha packets by end of November.
Okay.
I don't think the peppermint mocha will still be around by Christmas. You know what I mean? By the time we get to mid-December, it's probably going to be sold out. But if we can act on it and invite to it here in the next couple weeks, I think we might have a chance. And I also noticed, like, I was looking back through the images that she posted, and she's got like 2 different options. Like you can do peppermint mocha or pumpkin spice or the combination of the 2. So I'm going to look, I saved the graphics down to my phone, and I'm realizing now that I think I probably also needed to read her post, because I'm like trying to piece it together in my head.
What was her last name again? Brooke what?
Lipoff, Lipoff. So she has the graphics that she's created. I'm not going to like dump everything in the team page in one night, but the graphics that she has created, she created different options. So I don't know if you guys can see these. Probably not. Hang on. So this one has like 3 pumpkin spice, 3 cafe latte. And then if you buy that, you get a packet of, or not cafe latte, sorry, 3 pumpkin spice, 3 peppermint mocha. She throws in the cafe latte, right? That's $40. Or she has just the peppermint mocha. She has just the pumpkin spice. And then she has it where you can do 7 packets and do the 7-day challenge, or they can buy the 14-day pack of the peppermint mocha, right? So they're kind of have 2 options where they buy it and it gets mailed to them, or you buy it and then you mail it to them. So she kind of broke it down into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 graphics. So I'm going to go back and read her posts and see kind of how she's marketing this with her team. But I think that might be a cool idea to utilize our seasonal flavors and get cafe latte into people's hands before January too. I know for me that cafe latte is the #1 selling flavor. It's probably because I drink it. It's my #1 selling flavor. That's what I'm trying to say. Not the #1 selling flavor, but my #1 selling flavor. But it's because when I talk to people about buying, they're like, what flavor do I get? And I'm like, I drink cafe latte. And they're like, that sounds good. So it's a popular flavor. I know that and chocolate. So. All right, guys, cool. I'm not going to keep you any longer. So I'll post the recording tomorrow in the team page. I'll do those things I said I was going to do. And I'll see you guys. I guess I won't see you next week. So I will see you in the flash sale next week. And then I'll see you on the 4th. So have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too.
Grateful for all of you guys. Have a good night.